Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. I am so absolutely thrilled to be guiding you through today's topic. We are focusing on something incredibly important for all of us here at Pawsitively Pink Pet Services, and that is feline body language. You know, cats communicate in so many different ways, through their eyes, their ears, their tail, posture, movement, vocalizations, even their hiding behavior, appetite, and litter box habits speak volumes. Our overarching goal today is to help you read all of these signals with true compassion and confidence, ensuring that every single visit you make is fear-free, safe, and totally successful. Understanding our feline friends isn't just a nice little bonus, it is literally the core of what we do. So let's jump right in and learn how to really understand what the cats in our care are trying to tell us.
Okay, let's dive into this. The fundamental truth of our work is this. Cats are always communicating. Always. Our job is never to walk into a client's home and label a cat as good or bad. Honestly, those labels just do not apply. Instead, our job is to slow down, observe, and genuinely listen to what their bodies are saying. Whether it's just a tiny twitch of a whisker or a full-body crouch, they are talking to us. We just need to know how to listen.
Here is our roadmap for this explainer. We'll be covering the Pawsitively Pink approach, recognizing calm and nervous cats, stress and warning signals, spotting illness and red flags, and finally, safe visits and documentation.
Section 1. The Pawsitively Pink Approach, Fear-Free and Compassionate Care.
This foundation is absolutely vital because it protects the physical and emotional well-being of the cat, and, just as importantly, it protects you as the sitter. So, what do we actually mean when we talk about being fear-free? Well, fear-free care is a science-based, compassionate approach designed to prevent and alleviate fear, anxiety, and stress in pets. At Pawsitively Pink, this means gentle handling is our absolute standard. We observe first, we move slowly, and we never, ever force interactions. We let the cat tell us what they're ready for.
So why does learning all this matter so much? Well, reading a cat isn't just a fun trick. It's a critical safety skill, a primary care skill, and a real marker of your ultimate professionalism. First off, it prevents bites and scratches, keeping you safe. It also avoids causing unnecessary fear, which is huge for building trust, especially with those shy or sensitive kitties. Plus, as we'll see a bit later on, it highlights early health concerns and ensures we can communicate clearly and professionally with our clients.
Moving on to Section 2. Recognizing calm and nervous cats. Spotting the subtle differences.
Being able to spot the subtle differences here is a total game changer because reading the earliest signs of a cat's comfort level absolutely dictates how your entire visit is going to unfold. A calm cat, they've got soft eyes. Maybe they're giving you a nice slow blink. Their ears are in a neutral position, their tail is gently curved, and their overall body posture is loose. They might even approach you voluntarily. But please remember this, even if a friendly cat chooses to come up to you, it doesn't automatically mean they want to be picked up, hugged, or heavily handled. We always respect those boundaries. On the flip side, a nervous cat will look quite different. They'll have wide eyes with enlarged pupils, their ears might be slightly turned back or sideways, their tail tucked tight against their body, and they might be crouched down, hiding, or literally freezing in place.
When you see those nervous signs, I want you to remember this empathic translation. A nervous cat is simply asking for space, predictability, and patience. They aren't being aggressive, not at all. They are just feeling unsure and asking us to slow things down.
So how do we actually respond to that request? First, lower your body position so you appear much less threatening. Get down on their level. Second, avoid direct staring. Just look softly away and use a calm, soothing voice. Third, move very slowly and give the cat plenty of space. And fourth, just let them observe you from a safe distance. We never reach into hiding places, and we definitely never chase or corner them.
Section 3. Stress and warning signals, knowing when to pause.
Now we are moving up the stress ladder. It's really important to realize that anxiety and stress look much more intense and persistent than just mild nervousness. You're going to see behaviors like pacing, restlessness, or repeated hiding. You'll notice a tail that is flicking or thrashing rather than just tucked away, and ears that are pinned flat back against the head. You might see a completely flattened posture, fully dilated pupils, or notice them urinating or defecating outside the litter box. And please notice panting on this list. Panting is highly concerning in cats and is a major sign of severe stress or illness. We treat all of these as vital, serious communication.
So the crucial point here, our absolute core mantra for our protocol is this.
When a cat shows signs of stress, we do not push through. We pause, we create space, we reduce pressure, and we choose the safest next step.
Sometimes stress just escalates right into full-blown warning signs. These are your ultimate red lights. If you see hissing and growling, swatting or lunging, a rapidly lashing tail, a direct hard stare, or a completely stiff and tense body, that means stop. All handling and approaching must immediately cease, no exceptions.
Let's be super clear about what those red lights actually mean. When a cat hisses or swats, they are uncomfortable, scared, overstimulated, or trying to protect themselves. They're absolutely not a mean, bad, or spiteful cat. Debunking that old mindset is so key to what we do. The safest and most compassionate choice is always to stop, give them space, and simply report what happened.
All right, Section 4. Spotting illness and red flags. Subtle changes matter.
Now, as pet sitters, we are definitely not veterinarians, right? We aren't here to diagnose, but we are the crucial first line of defense for noticing when something is wrong. Because cats naturally hide their vulnerabilities to protect themselves from predators out in the wild, their signs of illness can be incredibly subtle. A change in eating, drinking, or litter box habits, that's a massive clue. Hiding much more than usual, showing lethargy, weakness, or a sudden change in behavior like unusual aggression, or even just a coat that looks kind of greasy, unkempt, or puffed up, these are all strong indicators that the cat might be feeling unwell.
Please keep this supportive little phrase in the back of your mind. A quiet cat is not always a healthy cat. Because they hide their illness so well, subtlety is literally everything. When you're in doubt, just document what you see and notify leadership.
Then we have the major red flags that require immediate escalation. If you see open mouth breathing or trouble breathing, collapse, seizures, repeated vomiting, blood in the litter box, or a cat straining to urinate with absolutely nothing produced, these are emergencies. Another major red flag, a hiding cat that you literally cannot visually confirm is actually inside the house. We do not wait around and hope these situations magically improve. We immediately alert leadership and follow our emergency instructions.
And that brings us to Section 5, Safe Visits and Documentation, putting compassion into practice.
This is where we pull everything we've talked about together into a successful professional home visit. First, you're going to enter the home calmly. No loud voices, no sudden movements. Let them know you're there gently. Second, focus on completing the required care first, like refreshing their food, water, doing the litter box, or giving meds. Third, let the cat choose if they want to approach you. We never force that interaction. And finally, take those adorable update photos for the clients only when it is completely safe and entirely stress-free for the cat.
After the visit, your documentation needs to reflect our high standards. Think objective versus emotional. Objective documentation says, Milo approached, then began tail flicking. I stopped petting and let him settle. It states exactly the facts of what happened. Emotional documentation says, the cat was mean and hated me, he attacked for no reason. We never use emotional language, we don't try to diagnose, and we never blame the cat. Clear, objective visit notes showcase Pawsitively Pink's true professionalism. If you take away just one guiding philosophy from this whole explainer, let it be this. Observe first, move slowly, and let the cat set the pace. Compassion and skill always go hand in hand, and this approach guarantees we are providing the absolute best possible care. I'll leave you with this final thought to ponder today. How will you use compassion and observation to build trust on your very next visit? You now have all the tools to read these subtle signs, ensure safety, and provide truly exceptional, fear-free care. You are capable, you are confident, and we are so incredibly proud to have you on the Pawsitively Pink team. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and have a great time out there.